back to talking all about arm bars, and we're gonna look at this from a standing situation against a single leg takedown, but this is actually gonna be a head outside single leg, so it's the beginning of basically single leg, high crotch, or double leg, all three of the major takedowns. So I'm just gonna put my hands on my partner's shoulders, I'm gonna lead with my leg, I'm gonna give him my leg. I'm not gonna let him bring his head to the inside. I'm gonna keep his head on the outside. I'm gonna come into the armpit and the wrist. If I can connect my grip here together, that's great. But if I can't, if I can just get lat and wrist control, that's enough. I'm gonna engage my butterfly hook on the same side. If my leg was back, I'm gonna hop forward, sit and roll my partner through, engage my grip, come up on top, and we're gonna sit down in a perfect spider web. All the way to the spider hook. Not just grabbing the leg, grabbing all the way up to my partner's forearm. Spider hook. This way, if he straightens his leg out, he puts stress on his own grip. Okay? Using this, now I'm real secure. Using my upper body to control my partner, I'm gonna engage my lower body to break his grip. Simply, we're gonna use a boogie break here. We're gonna clear around the elbow and scrape. I'm not gonna let him put his hands back together. I'm gonna slide up, deep hook to the wrist, keep my knees turning towards the hips, and I'm gonna get the break right here. So, partner shoots, rolling him through, spider web, spider hook, boogie break, take the arm towards the hips, deep hook to the wrist, and we're gonna get our finish. Now here's part two of this sequence. So now this time, same situation, but this time as my partner shoots in, I can't stop him when he brings his head to the inside, okay? This is a test for both people. Partner, you must use good head position to make sure I can't get this Kimura grip. If your head position's bad, I'm gonna reach right over the top, get a Kimura grip. Now this is like a crucifix. So he doesn't want that. He's stopping me from doing that. But I'm still in the same lat armpit, okay? And now my partner's gonna try and finish the single leg by hopping me around. And I'm gonna hop. I'm gonna hop. And eventually, I'm gonna collect my partner's head, push it through under my armpit, and end up behind my partner. I'm gonna dive my hands into a full body lock, not an over-under, okay? A body lock. I'm gonna pummel behind my partner's knee, and I'm just gonna walk behind him. Okay? So, we're gonna go show you the details on that body lock here in a second. Partner shoots, hand on the inside, grabbing the lat and hopping. As he goes to try and finish, I simply push his head to the outside and get a body lock. And I step behind my partner. Now I can mat return and go to my game. Okay? Details on the body lock over the over-under. When he grips my leg, you can see I'm in this armpit right here. So as I shove him through, I'm still on the inside. And I shoot that arm through, and that becomes my body lock. But right here, when my leg is on the inside, he feels like he can still turn back into me. We don't want that, okay? So to prevent that, really important, we're gonna take the inside leg, we're gonna pummel it behind his knee. Now he can't turn back in anymore. We can sit him down. So, one last time, he shoots, head's on the inside, testing right here, can't get a Kimura grip, popping him through, pummeling, and getting a nice finish. All right? Recently, Craig Jones was visiting, and I was talking to him about his training and what he's working on, and he was showing me a few things that Gordon does. So we're gonna mimic some of that and try and kind of solve that problem. What we're gonna try and do is we're gonna try and get both of our feet above my partner's shoulder line, okay? So one of the easy ways I like to do that is I like to just come over the top and cross my feet right here like I'm going for a normal arm crush, okay? And my partner, he's not gonna let me tighten this up, he's just gonna re-grip over the top, okay? But there are other ways that this could happen, you know? My partner, for his own defense, might push my legs over his head, you know? He could be trying to create an escape here, okay? Yeah, and if he's able to turn the corner and turn up, he's gonna pull his elbow right free, right? So, because of this, we're gonna limit our options on top to only one option, okay? And that's the triangle, all right? So when we come over the top here and he regrips, we're gonna immediately take the back of our Achilles and we're gonna suck that into our partner's neck, okay? Not the calf, not the knee, not the high Achilles, this low heel Achilles. we're sucking that in to our partner's neck, okay? Now, he may not want to sit up right now, but we're gonna do two things to incentivize him. We're gonna pull our knee off his head, and we're gonna start to lean back with the deep hook, okay? In order for him to protect the arm, he has to keep the arm curled in tight to his body, right? So if I start to lean back and he lets me take the arm with me, he's gonna lose the arm. If I start to lean back and he starts to go with the arm, he's gonna allow me to get behind his head and lock up this triangle. And that's what we wanna do. When we go to lock up the triangle, the biggest mistake that happens is our leg slides up and we lose this ankle on the neck carotid artery pressure, right? It doesn't take much. Just that much is too much. He has space now. I want to really keep that heel right on the back of the neck. I can feel the back of the neck. In order to get the finish, all I'm going to do is put a pillow under his head and gently push him into the choke as I lock my legs together, okay? Now I'm going to push my hips forward to get the shoulder pressure, and I'm going to curl my heel back. Usually I do this while kind of laying back a little bit. Let me get a tap. That's a choke right there, okay? You gotta think about this a lot more like an arm triangle than a normal triangle, because we have something pushing the shoulder into the neck and we have something cutting off the far side arteries, right? So, one more time. Normal spider web, going for a fake crusher, he regrips. Immediately I curl into the neck, lift my partner up, back step, and triangle. Use my hips to push forward, and I get the finish. In terms of above the shoulder, I think we should limit ourselves. Only triangles. That's the only thing that's acceptable above the shoulder. It's the only one that's a legit head and arm entanglement, right? A lot of other things seem like they're good enough, but again, in EBI, spoiler alert, in EBI, the absolutes, when Craig got Gordon's arm fully extended, he had it double above the head here. And he was trying to finish it right here. And Gordon was twisting and turning and just not letting him finish. And eventually he turned up and pulled his elbow free. Okay? Now, if you know that that exit exists, right? Then you can force that exit, right? So let's say I'm here. If I'm here trying to armbar, all he has to do is push my legs over. Boom, we're in that same problem. Okay? Let's say we're cigar cutter, which cigar cutter should be good. But now he only has one leg to push over. He gets rid of that one leg and he's turning up into me. Okay? So that's the problem with all of that. It's really hard. In this situation, I'm just digging this heel into the neck, right? And when if he tries to push us off, you know, I'm just gonna start armbarring him or trying to sit behind. But this is the only place I wanna be when it's above the shoulders, okay? So however you got there, this is where we wanna be. Below the shoulders, okay? Now let's talk about below the shoulders. Below the shoulders is also pretty easy to get to. You can use the same kind of arm crush, or like, this is basically the boogie break, right? He's got the deep, let's all play deep defense. As you come over the top, and he regrips, and now my feet are below the shoulders, okay? I'm gonna fall towards the head, encouraging my partner. He only has one option really, which is to hitchhike. Okay, let's go back. When I'm in this neutral position, he can knock me up, he can knock me down, okay? When you go down here, the downside of this is that if he gets his legs back, he's instantly stacking you. Okay, that's the downside. Out here, he's not stacking me, but he can corkscrew. So when he goes to corkscrew, I have to do something to maintain control. Okay? So this is the joystick armbar. I just named it just right now. The joystick. But when you do it right, you feel like you're controlling something with a joystick. Okay? One more time. Spider web, boom, boogie break. Maybe you blast the leg out. Oh, goes to hitchhike. Cool. Armpit extending right there. Okay? Pull your elbow out. That's what it's got to be like. I let go of the wrist for a second, right? If I was to like open my knees up and I let go of the wrist, he's gonna pull his elbow right free. Okay, so your lower body, test it right there. Can he pull his arm out? No. Cool. Can't pull his damn arm out. 3, One mistake that was happening was when we go to roll him through, I don't want to roll with him. So when he goes to roll back, I do not want to roll with him. Make sense? I want to end up just straight up and down with the wall. And then he's going to be looking at me like, ah! And then the arm's hyperextended.